Datuk Barisan, Pastor Datuk Daniel, candidates, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tan Tuan GT. I'm a Damansara PJ resident, born resident all my life. I'm from LaSalle PJ, and I now live with my parents, section 16. So this place is very near my home. Now, for the past 12 years, the situation in Damansara PJ has gone for the worst. Alright? And last week, I went to the ground, to the grassroots, to survey from Kampung Tungku, Bandar Utama, all the way to Bukit Lanjan. And I find one common thing. That is the people there are not happy because the delivery system is no good. They complain. People they elected also not doing their job well. The MP, the ADUN, the councillor. Sorry, I have to state the facts. These are my findings. Alright? Now, last week, I went to see the Damansara Jaya residents. We talked about PJ dealing, the highway, the toll highway that is cutting across Damansara. And I told them, if I'm elected as the MP for Damansara, the first thing I'll do is to hold an MP-sponsored public referendum. Alright? Now this public referendum, sponsored by the MP, will oblige the contractor, the concessionaire, to come up with all the facts and figures of this highway, together with how it's going to be financed and how it's going to benefit Damansara PJ residents. Alright? And then let the public decide. My personal stand is I'm against HIDEX and I'm also against PJ dealing. But let the public decide, you and me. We have a public referendum, and once the people have decided, we will present the findings to the three-tier government, local, state, as well as the federal government. Now, everything is interconnected, like it or not. Like this mineral water bottle, all right, you have federal government, state government, and local government element into it. Now, I know sometimes the MPs say, well, this one is not my problem, this is a state matter, this is a local matter. Some people from the state say, well, this is a federal matter, not mine. It's not correct. They are running away from their responsibilities. All right? Because everything, the basic law of nature is that everything is interconnected. We cannot run away from that. All right? So, once I sponsor this public referendum, the findings are given to the three-tier government. They must decide based on the people's decision. Respect the people's voice. Respect our voice as Damansara residents. As I said, for the past 12, 15 years, things have gone down the drain. Now remember, in 2006, 20th of June, when PJ was declared a city, apabila Petaling Jaya diisytiharkan sebagai sebuah bandar raya. Alright, two things, very, very important. Number one, public participation in development approval process. Number two, guidelines. Now, number one, public participation means whenever they have a development approval or development proposal, the public must be engaged. This is in place. As I said just now, my suggestion for a public referendum MP-sponsored is not new. It's not per se. It's already in the system. It's just that for the past more than 10 years, it's not practiced. Been disregarded, all right, to our disadvantage. Number two, the guidelines are just guidelines. They call it panduan, which means to say, if I want to develop something, I have to submit a proposal based on the guidelines, but does not mean that I have to give you the approval, all right? This is very important. That's why it comes back to the fact that everything you need public approval. Now, at that time in 2006, I was involved also because we were lobbying for it and we were very happy. Because that time you must have public participation in deciding the shape, the contour, the color, the size of the city. Because this is the place we live. Alright, we have to decide what can and cannot be built in front of our house, around our homes. That is very important. That is a basic right. So this encompasses everything, whether you're federal, state, or even local. Alright? So what I'm trying to say is that we have to revive that, because this kind of thing, when you get public to participate, That's where you ward off all kinds of bad things, lah. Correct, whether it's corruption and all that. We can talk about corruption, all right? The whole day we can talk about it. We must act on it. And you want to make a big change, you don't have to really do big things. For the change must come from within. And this is what we're going to do, all right? Change for a better Malaysia. The change for a better Selangor. The change for better Malaysians must come from within each and every one of us. Start from here. Otherwise, there's nothing to talk. Thanks.